Whoa. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to the, what are we doing now? The For Your Mental Health podcast. Yes. Almost forgot because it's been a long time since I've uploaded an episode, but I wanted to get back to it. And this is a landmark episode that I've been putting off for a while. Episode 25 of the For Your Mental Health podcast. I'm so honored for you to be watching this, be listening to it, or however you're consuming it. Thank you so much. It really means a lot because the world needs more talk about mental health awareness, and it needs to, have people to rise up and, give light to these issues of anxiety, depression, self-harm thoughts. The things that almost all of us deal with throughout our lives. In this episode, number 25, one I've been, just putting off for a long time, I just want to talk about, the state of mental health. Yeah. For me, mental health is a very personal thing. It's something that, can be hard to talk about sometimes just because it is so intimate with your inner thoughts and feelings and desires and wishes and past experiences. So, I think the state of mental health is one that needs improvement, for sure. I've been through many things in my life. Many people. I've had many relationships with people. They come and go. I think that's a big part of mental health that isn't as well spotlighted. Is that not everyone that you start out with in your life is going to be there at the end, or even in the middle. Some people are only there for a short amount of time, and it's because sometimes that person is not maybe who you expected them to be, or your goals differ from their goals, and all of a sudden there's conflict, and all of a sudden you're no longer friends, and all of a sudden you're not really in that person's life anymore. So that happens. I think for me it's been such a strong force when I do find people that are on my wavelength, that do care about me, and that do check up on me and want to make sure I'm doing well. So that's huge. That's huge. If you could find people in your life that really want to be there, that really want to see you succeed, and that really have your best interests in mind, hold them close, because they're not always easy to find. And when they are there, sometimes they're not there forever. So definitely make use of that, cherish it to the best of your ability. I think, once again, in general, the state of mental health, there's a lot of different options out there now to find help, to find hope, than there ever have been. And it's only growing. For me, that's a really big positive. There's apps like BetterHelp, Calm, Headspace, that give you therapy just through your phone. You don't have to go anywhere. You just do it on your phone, and it's just super easy. And then with Calm and Headspace, there's meditative apps, give you daily exercises, positive affirmations. That's all really great stuff. I can't help but emphasize the ease of those things now. You see them on TV, you see advertisements on TV, on social media. There's a great influx of resources nowadays to help you along your mental health journey. And I think that's awesome. I really do. I've used BetterHelp. I did it for a month, and I had a wonderful therapist, help me really work through some things that I was going through at the time. One of the things that was really holding me back was I would stand next to a train. I had this fear, this anxiety every time, and even today it still kind of freaks me out, to be honest. I was standing next to a CTA train in Chicago, and having the urge to jump in front of it. It's such an easy way out. You just jump in front of the train, end your life, and then all of a sudden, that's the end of you. End of the pain, end of the suffering, etc., etc. That's a real thing. So what I did to deal with that, to fill that space, that anxious space that I was, having these self-harm thoughts, what I would do is I would replace those thoughts with just waving to the conductor as they went by. I did that for 6 months, and I still have that in my back pocket, right? Like if I feel like I want to, do something like that, I've just, as a human being, adapted to, well, what's gonna save me from that situation? What's gonna help me feel like I'm not in danger all the time when I'm next to trains? And so I thought, oh yeah, I'll just wave hi to the conductor, and that will be my new thing I'm looking forward to. Yeah, I'm still a little anxious around like trains and stuff, but that replacement of that fear and anxiety with something positive, like saying hello, as the train comes by, has been a real help, and has gotten me through a lot of difficult moments, such as those. You might look at that and say, "Wow, I can't believe you just said that. Like that's such a super intimate and vulnerable thing that you just put out there." But it's true, and I want to, I really want to help people. I really want to make sure that my experiences are worth something to me, of course, but also can help others. Once again, there are so many people that are under the weight of depression, of anxiety, of wanting to harm themselves. And I feel like I can do something about that. Like that's the whole, that's the whole point, of all of this, is to make a difference. It's like, that's something that I really hold close to my heart. And, I do hope that maybe these videos do help you out there, and they can save a life, because, you're not alone. That you don't have to feel like, you want to die. You don't have to feel like there's no hope. I've been there. I've been to these places, and all I ever wanted was someone to hold my hand and say it was going to be okay. And so if I can do that for somebody else out there, well, that would be amazing. So yeah, I think the younger generation, Gen Z, if you will, they're in a particular spot where they've never faced so much emotional overload. I think I talked about that in one of my Your Mental Health Minute little shorts. And there's so much, like on the internet, and combining that with what's happening at home, or what's happening at work, or what's happening at school, what's happening with your friends. Like there's so many things that can stack up. And yeah, just the younger generation of today, Gen Z, millennials, whatever, people who grew up with the internet, it's just a lot, just a lot. And so I think there's more empathy with the younger generation of people, because we're all kind of going through that in real time, right? I feel like there's that camaraderie, there's that sort of vibe. Yeah, there's vibes. There's just chill vibes, because their life can be really difficult sometimes with all the stuff we got to deal with. Yeah. I just think younger people are kinder and more accepting maybe than older generations. There's more diversity. There's more just hanging out with people that whatever. It's like there's groups, of course, of social groups, but I just feel like there's a lot of love. There's a lot of feeling towards each other. So yeah, no, I think there's a lot of hope for the future, because people of a younger generation understand mental health is a big issue, understand that mental health needs to be addressed. We're just not afraid to speak our minds about it. Hence what I'm doing. I think overall the state of mental health is one that is still in need of help, for sure. As many people that are out there that are in good mental health standing, are able to help others, there's a ton of people that aren't, that need help, that need to have that helping hand to pull them up and be like, hey, it's going to be okay, we can do this, you can do this. The state of mental health is trending upwards, but it's definitely still a work in progress. I think each and every one of us can do our part to make sure that the people around us are looked after, that are taken care of, that are checked up on. It's like, hey, how you doing, bro? you good? And it's important for us to be honest with ourselves and with our friends about how we're really feeling. You can put up the facade over and over and over and over and over again, and never really reveal what's going on, until you take drastic measures. So I don't want that for anybody. I don't think that any of us should feel like what they're feeling is not something that is worthy of being addressed, you know, or they're just ashamed because they're not strong enough. They think they're weak. They're not the prototypical strong male or strong female that's like getting everything done and in the business world or in the corporate world, and you know, they're grinding it out every single day and like going for the gold and becoming star pupil or, you know, star worker at the company. And you know, it's like, what if you're not that? You know, what if you're just you? Is that enough? And I think it is. I know it is. Yeah, that's episode 25, a landmark episode for your mental health, the podcast dedicated to helping people around me understand that you can do this and you're not alone. Yeah, the state of mental health is a work in progress, but we can all make it even better every single day. All right. Much love, y'all. Until next time. Peace out for now. So long. See ya.